Hello, this is a mic check. I know this hello is a formality, but आवाज आ रही है? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Awesome. So, a quick hygiene check also beyond this pointer. Um, the name of the session that I have with me is Basic Functional Part 2. I think that's the name of this Zoom call also. So, what have you discussed so far? What has the work that has happened so far? Have you discussed some if yes, no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good, sir. So we'll see. I'll quickly revise the pointers once. Yeah. And then we'll do the steps one by one. Correct? And whatever are the challenges, questions that you have, you can discuss and we can figure out the rest. Super? Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a plan. And any doubt, discussion, or any difficulty for the work that you have done so far? Yes, no? Yes? नहीं. No? Silence in the room, which means all the doubts are clear. Has there been a doubt clearing session sometime before? Yes, no? Or we have just started the work, so we have no doubts? Yes? It feels I'm just talking to myself, which is not a very good feeling. But ठीक है. No
Sir,
doubts. Chaitanya, good. Okay. Super. No doubts is good. And thank you for the video on. Yeah. Purushottam, Deva, Priyanka, everybody. Yeah. Abhishek, welcome. Bhanu, namaste. Cancelled. So should I get lost? I don't know. I'll also check.
Yes, sir. In mail we got that our class is cancelled, but on session or dashboard we had linked of that class.
My dashboard tells me the session is there.
Yeah, my dashboard is also showing that, but in mail I got class is cancelled.
Let's not trust the emails. I've dropped a message to the SST beyond the discussion charcha that we are doing amongst ourselves. I've dropped a message to the SST also. So we will check and see whether this is on or not. Okay.
Sir, are you Happu bhai?
I'm Appu Bhai.
Okay.
I'm Appu Bhai. Why Appu Bhai? Long story. You want to hear the story? Yes?
Yes, Happu bhai.
Appu Bhai. Yes, Appu Bhai. So I'll give you homework. I'll give you my LinkedIn article that I wrote of why Appu Bhai. And then you can read that article. And then we can discuss whether that Appu Bhai is justified or not. So long story, I'll give it in short. My first job was in a FMCG company, and I was the marketing and come retail activation role. And on that role, we used to do a lot of sales calls. What are sales calls? You walk from one retail shop to the other retail shop. Do you know this world? ये दुनिया
Yes.
जानता है कोई? हाँ, yeah, Karthik, yes.
Yes.
So I was in a Gujarati setup, Gujarati company. My name is Apurva, so people have always called me Appu. And in that first Gujarati company, Gujarati setup, um, everybody is addressed as Bhai, right? So Bhavesh Bhai or Deepak Bhai. So that is how we used to address each other. And that's when the Appu became Appu Bhai. And it
Sir,
stuck.
why Maharashtra?
Why? Because I'm in Maharashtra, been in Maharashtra all my life. Jai Maharashtra for the sake
Jai
of it.
Maharashtra.
Jai Maharashtra. So, so
Sir, but why this commercial number plate?
why this commercial number? Article, homework. Let's get back to the session. We've invested 1 minute in this.
Ah,
Okay, super. So, hmm. So you read that article if whenever you get time, and then we will discuss other interesting factors also. Why commercial? Why yellow? Why black? Some answers in the article. Anyways, so that's why I don't know whether you've noticed or not. The blackboard also is a yellow board. You notice that this blackboard is also yellow board that I scribble on. We've had a session before. This is the first session.
Yes.
We've had a session before, no?
yes.
Yes. So even the blackboard is a yellow board. Anyways, so let's come back to the session. Okay. So we are going to discuss these pointers today. Okay. So, so let's discuss few pointers. Let's get the session started. Has sum if been discussed at all? Yes, no? Not at all. So we are starting from the ground, right? Yeah. We are starting up the work from ground up. Okay. So I'll share the data set with you in a minute. I will share the data set with you in a minute. Before that, let's discuss a few pointers theoretically, and then practically one by one, we will start working on the data points. Cool? Okay. So these are all the things that we are going to work on and discuss. Okay. Let this epic pen fire up. I hope this will work. Working. So, these are some points that are there. We have a sum if discussion lined up today. A very
Hello.
basic sum if we will do first. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. With that, sorry, you have a question or it's just in general, sorry? Nothing. Okay, cool. So we'll continue. Okay. So I'll basically help you understand the very basic sum if function. Then there are sum if with particular conditions. Okay. With dates not equal to etc. So we will discuss all of this one by one, how this is done, why this is done, etc. This is when you have a single condition. Sum if is done when you have single condition, but the moment you have multiple conditions, what is this? When you have multiple conditions, you will have ifs, sum ifs. We will see that also, how that sum if is applied. Okay. And after that, we have a length function, a trim function, a round function, and some ways to concatenate. What is concatenate? In simple words, concatenate is join. What is concatenate? Concatenate is joining. Joining of the text. We will have to join the text as digital marketers for a lot of reasons. Okay, we'll try to see those reasons. We'll try to see the use cases for that. And then we will figure out the pointers. Okay, so let's start the discussion one by one. What is sum if? Sum if is a function which returns the sum of cell. Everybody has done sum, a very basic sum everybody has done. Yes, thank you. Correct. Here we are doing a sum when it meets a basic condition or a single condition. The criteria can be, the condition criteria can be applied to dates, numbers, text, whatever. And the sum if supports logical operators. We are almost back to high school. Greater than, less than, equal to, etc. These are all what? Logical operators, है ना? एक logic लगाना पड़ेगा. We will have to apply a logic on that particular data point. And with that data point, we will try to figure out a few pointers. Okay. What is the parameters? By now we know something called as parameters. Will you agree? There are something called as parameters. Parameters क्या रहते हैं? What are parameters? Whatever goes inside of the function are called parameters. Make sense? इसको parameter बोलते हैं अपन. Yeah, these are called parameters. What are the parameters for sum if? First, we select the criteria range. What is the criteria range? I will discuss. I will show it to you. Right now, if this is confusing, don't worry. We will discuss, we will check. Then we give the criteria. What is the criteria? And then we select the sum range. This is the very basic way of applying a sum if formula. Okay. So I'll just open a basic Excel sheet for all of you. Okay. For the sake of this discussion, these are all numbers, serial numbers rather. Yeah. Then we have, say, channel, we have Google, we have FB. Okay. I'll just copy paste this Google FB end to end, correct? And we have spend. What is a spend? Whatever. We have some spend that is happening. Are you aware of data types by now? Do you know data types? What is a data type? Yeah, some attempt. What is a data type?
Like currency percentage, the way
Perfect.
we
Yeah, currency, etc. Correct. Like I always keep saying, data types are like hygiene. Data type is like hygiene. Before eating food, we wash our hands typically. Huh? At least that is what I tell my 6-year-old daughter to do. I don't know what your preferences are, but basic hygiene is what we follow. If you are playing basketball outside, then we wash hands and eat food. Basic. So if you're sharing data with someone, it's your moral responsibility. Moral responsibility. नैतिक जिम्मेदारी है तुम्हारी to check the data types. What is the data type for spend? Like somebody rightly said, currency. I will select this data, and from here there are currencies that you can apply. Make sense? Once you apply currency, and once you start seeing these commas, does it make visually more sense to you? Yes, no? थोड़ा समझ में आता है ना? It clicks a pointer to you. Yeah, it clicks a pointer. So this is a little too much spend. So I'll reduce this spend. Now this is good spend. This is a spend in that particular range that is happening. Okay. So this is what the work is. Now let's understand what SUMIF is trying to do for us. I am selecting this data and applying a filter here. Everybody knows filters? Everybody knows filters? Yes, you do. Now what I'm actually doing is here I am just selecting Google. I am clicking OK. What is the spend for Google channel? Where can you see this? You can see this here. Have you explored this feature of Excel? Whenever you select a data range, you will directly, sorry. Sorry. So what happens is when you select this range, there are three things that come here at the bottom by default. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. You either get a count, or you get an average, or you get a sum. Okay. So I select this and I select this. What is the sum? 1291. That is the sum. With SUMIF, we are doing exactly the same function. With SUMIF, we are doing exactly the same function. Now let's apply SUMIF here. Okay. Equal to SUMIF. Everybody knows how to explore the parameters, how to take Excel's help. How do we take Excel ka help? We take Excel ka help by pressing a tab. We press a tab, Excel starts giving us the parameters for the function.
Yes, sir.
Range, yeah, question? No? Range here is channel. This is the range. Will you agree? This is the range. Criteria range is first. After that, you will give the criteria. Since the criteria is a text, you will enter the text in double quotes. This rule, this pointer, everybody remembers by now? Everything will go in the double quotes, and then I'll simply select the range. Now my hope is that once I hit enter, it will be 129 something, that answer that was come. Yeah. So this is the answer that we got. Cool. This is the same answer that we got, 1291. So sum if is, so what is happening here? Let's come back to the parameters of the formula. What is happening here? I'm double clicking and showing it to you. First is the criteria range. Yeah. Mr. Sarkar, what is the criteria range here? Channel. Google, FB, the channel is the criteria range. The criteria we are typing. I typed it with my hands. GOOGL, whatever, Google spelling, correct? And then I gave the sum. जिसका sum करना है उसका range दिया. Now let's complicate this a little bit. Complicating your life is part of my job. Yeah. So I remove this. Yeah. And what do? I just give a cell reference. I just click on B2. This is my condition. I hit enter. I get the same answer. Understood the logic? Either you can give a cell reference. What is a cell reference? Clicking on Google. That is a cell referencing. Huh? Either you give a cell reference or you can type it out by your hands. Cool? Everybody okay with this so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Here, let's do a quick revision. Are you aware of, as in this is not part of this particular session, but has somebody or have I discussed with you absolute reference and relative reference with you? Absolute reference and relative reference, have I discussed with you? Yes, no? Freezing of the cell, has somebody discussed with you freezing of the cell?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
sir.
Yes. So don't get confused with the terminology. I call it absolute reference. Somebody might call it freezing of the cell. How do you freeze cell? Freeze pane alag, Ashish. दो अलग अलग चीजें. It is white and black. What is freeze pane? I am scrolling down. I don't know what is row number 1. What do? I click here. I go to view. No, I go to view. I click on freeze panes and I scroll down. This is frozen pane. ये पेन जो है, ये जो ऊपर है वो फ्रोज हो गया. This is freeze paning. This is different. Freezing of the pane is different. What I'm talking about is absolute reference. What is absolute reference for freezing of the cell? Cell freeze का क्या reference है? Say for example, let's take the similar value. For example, this value is not rupees. This value is in pound. What is this value in? This value is not rupees. This value is pound. English pound. Huh? People who took Kohinoor, etc. So this is the pound. Okay. What is the currency conversion for pound right now? 104, 105 something. Correct? Let's take that example. 104. Okay. So 104. You know how to paste the format, right? I go to here. I double click this. I click on this. Correct? This is format painting. Have you done this before? Yeah. So keep doing the work. Revision, repetition will lead to retention. Repetition will lead to retention. Okay. So I just double click this. This 104 is pasted everywhere. Okay. Now what do? This value into the rupee value will give me the rupee conversion. This many pound is this many rupees. Understood what we are trying to do here? This many pound, this is not part of the sum if. In general Excel concept we are discussing. Don't get confused. Okay. So I just double click here. I get the conversion for all the pounds. Cool. Now tomorrow things might change. This might become 40. Modi ji hai to mumkin hai. Yeah? This is 40 tomorrow. So what do? I double click this, then it will change, etc., etc. This is relative reference. What do you mean by relative reference? I double click this, it is H6 into I6. The last cell is H19 into I19. Correct? This is relative reference. What is absolute reference? How do you do absolute reference? Say for example, this 40 rupee conversion, I paste somewhere here. Freezing. Correct? How do you do absolute reference? This value into this value. And what do you press? Function F4. The moment you press function F4, it gives this dollar sign. It becomes an absolute reference. It becomes freezing of the cell. Have you seen this before, Purushottam? No? Don't worry. Today is the lucky day. Today is the lucky day. People have seen this before. Great. If not, today is the lucky day. Yeah, don't worry. Part and parcel of us revising things and coming back to the same page. Yeah. And here I hit enter. And this is the same value. I double click this. I copy paste the format here. Again, like I said, Modi ji to mumkin hai. This becomes 10. I hope this becomes 10 someday. At least in my lifetime, this becomes 10. So the moment I click 10, all of these value changes. So if I double click this, the 10, the freezing of the cell L3 is not changing. Is everybody now clear with the freezing of the cell concept? Yes, no?
Yes,
Can
sir.
we move on quickly to the work that we have to do today? Yes? The freezing of the cell here, yeah. Sarkar ji, bolo.
Sir, you're entering the dollar symbol twice in the formula. If I just
Yes.
write $L3, it will be the same, no?
Good question. Good question. What will happen is, then what will be frozen? What will be frozen? Let's do that. Let's do that. I am not writing. Soumya I am not writing. I am pressing F4, it automatically enters. What you are doing is a special case, which is a good case, which is a good thought process. So if I delete this, I hit enter. And if I double click this, this becomes 0. Why? Because the row is frozen, the cell is not frozen. The column is frozen, the row is not frozen. What does that mean? If I double click this, it came down to 16. Okay. Similarly, you can change this. What you can change? If I change this and keep dollar here and I hit double quotes, so nothing is happening. Why? Because L is L, na? Relatively L is L. The 3 is not changing. If the 3 changes, then it becomes a problem. Cool? Fair enough. So this is okay. I will delete all of this. I think this revision was necessary. If you already know this, great. Everybody clear with the sum if, basic sum if formula? A very basic sum if formula. Yeah. Let's start working. Let's start working on the data set. Yes. I will share the data set with you for the day. And let's start working on it one by one. Download this sheet and work on an Excel sheet. I've shared the sheet in the chat. Okay. This is a sheet which I believe you have by now. Everybody's on the same sheet, correct? I click here. I click on download Excel sheet. It downloads and it will open up. Yeah. This is the sheet that we are going to work on for the day. Okay. Everybody is on the sheet, has been able to download the sheet. Correct? Since we are on the sheet now, let's orient ourselves to the data. Let's orient ourselves to the data. What data do we have with us? Yeah. We have something called as a date. Start date, end date. Good. You have a portfolio name. We have a currency, INR. You have a campaign name, ad group name, theme, targeting. What are we targeting here? Correct? These are all the data points that we have. After that, we have customer search term. What did the customer search for? This means the data is from which type of campaign? It is from a Google campaign. Customer search term will typically come in a Google campaign. After this, we have impressions, click-through rate. Have we discussed a concept called as dimension and metric? Have we discussed this before? Yes, no? Yeah? If yes, quickly recall what is a dimension here, what is a metric here. These look like what? Metric. Why metric? Because these are numbers, absolute numbers. These are all numbers. These are metrics. These are dimensions. campaign name, portfolio name, which is a text input, typically will be a dimension. Yeah, I think we've discussed this. If you can recall, great. Otherwise, a quick revision of that also happened. Now, let's come to the work that we are doing. What is the work that we are applying? What is the work that we are doing? The work that we are doing is simply applying a sum if. Simply applying a sum if. What is the question? Calculate the total number of sales for portfolio EBITs or whatever this portfolio is. Correct? We are going to do two methods. We've done these two methods right now. Within the formula syntax, where we type it out in the formula, the other is from a cell reference. You remember from 5 minutes ago? Let's do this one by one. Equal to sum if. Where is the portfolio name? Where is the portfolio? This is the portfolio, correct? C is the portfolio. Shift, control, down arrow key. 2000 cells we have, or 2000 rows of data we have. Comma. In double quotes, we will write EVIPS. We will close the double quotes. After that, we will be going to the total sales. Where is the total sales? With the arrow key, we will try to find the total sales. I think this is the total sale. 14-day total sales. Shift, control, down arrow key. Hit enter. I get this value 121275. Everybody the same number? Awesome. Perfect. Cool. I'll drop the formula in the chat. Type it out on your own as well. Please. Yeah. Please do it on your own as well. And once everybody is over with this, we will move on to the next pointer. Can we move on to the next pointer of using a cell reference? Can we move on? Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Sum if we are learning what? Sum if. Under a particular condition, we want a sum of a particular data point. If I apply a table here, if I apply a filter here, and I go to portfolio name, I start typing the portfolio name EVT, and I deselect all, and I select this, I click OK. I come to the total sale, which was what? This one, I think so. P, total sale. If I select this, see, I get the same value 121275. Awesome, good function, easy to use. Satvik, can we move on? Please, yes? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool, awesome, fair enough. So the next equation is something that we have already done. What is something that we have already done? Equal to, with a cell reference, equal to sum if. Sum if, what is the range? Again the same, portfolio name. I select it by control shift down arrow key. It is impossible to press the down arrow key 2022 times. What do we do? Shortcut is what? Shift control down arrow key, comma. The criteria is where it is in a cell reference here. What is the cell reference? G3 is the cell reference. And then we are selecting the total sales. Shift control down arrow key. Hit enter. Hopefully you should get the same number here. Cool. Everybody done with the cell referencing also? Super.
Sir, can you explain once what is the difference between these two?
ऊपर इसमें टाइप करना पड़ा, ऊपर इसमें टाइप किया, सात्विक, ऊपर इसमें टाइप किया, इसमें टाइप करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती। तो इसमें क्या होगा, व्हाट इज द एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस? टुमारो if somebody wants to change this, say for example stain remover SR, I copy this stain remover SR, I double click this, I delete this and I put stain remover SR, I hit enter, I get the stain remover SR ka value. Good question, Satvik. The application is what? So tomorrow, next I want detergent liquid. I just double click the criteria, I hit enter, it gives me that value. Okay? Cell referencing में changing of the criteria becomes very easy. Cool?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Can you show the cell referencing method once again?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll delete this. Equal to sum if you select the entire range, whatever is the range, I press comma and I just click on that reference. Whatever is that reference, now I just click on it. So if this is the reference, I click on that reference and then I go to the sum, whatever is the total sales, I hit enter. So I get this value. Why is this value coming as different than this? Because we have given different condition. I copy this, I paste this here. If it's or whatever that condition is, I copy paste the condition here, I get the same value. Okay? Click on it, try it once at your end. If you're facing a challenge, we'll do this again.
Instead of typing the word EBITS, I just select a particular cell where it is written EBITS.
Wherever EBITS is written, wherever the criteria condition is written, whichever condition you want, you just click on it, it becomes a cell reference. Both are good methods, both we should know. From time to time, different methods will have to be used. At one point of time, one method, and other point of time, other method. Everybody cool with this?
Sir, what if there is a sentence in which "evits" is one of the words?
Good question. We'll reach there. We'll reach there. As part of our this thing, that's a wild card. Good question. It's a wild card. We will get there. Yeah. 2 minute दो पहुंचते वहां तक. हाँ. In 5-7 minutes we'll reach there. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So everybody okay with this particular thing? Sum if, very basic sum if equation. I hope everybody has been able to cover and understand. I hope you have. Yeah. And let's jump to the next work or next condition. The chat of yes is very welcome. Thank you for that. Yeah, it helps us move further faster. Now I am introducing to you a concept where this is called as a not operator. This is called as a not operator. What is a not operator? If you don't want something, if you want not equal to, you take this particular not equal to. Perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. Whatever you have entered in the chat, yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, so not equal to is this particular, not equal to is this particular symbol. Why? I don't know. Bill Gates or maybe a person who created this Excel software. We'll have to talk to him. I cannot change it. Okay, so this is how it is. We have to use it like this only. So we are using the not operator, not equal to. So what is the condition here? Calculate the sum of impressions for all the themes. Calculate the sum of impressions for all the themes excluding auto. Excluding auto means not auto. Will you agree? Not auto. It should not be auto. For a theme. Where are the themes? These are the themes. Correct? It should not be auto. Anything but auto. Perfect. Yeah. So let's start applying this condition in the formula. Equal to sum if. What is the range? Criteria range. Theme is the criteria range. Correct? Comma. How do you enter it as not equal to? What is the formula for entering it as not equal to? We will enter it in double quotes. Why in double quotes? Let me scroll up. Why in double quotes? Text. Simple. Since it is in text, we will answer or we will write that in double quotes. Perfect. The chat is good. Yeah. In double quotes, AUTO. Auto, not auto. And then we will end the double quotes. And the sum range is impressions. Hit enter. This is the number that you got. I don't know. Check once. Hopefully, this is the number. Awesome. Yeah, everybody on the same page for this. I'll drop the formula in the chat. Type it out on your own. Type it out on your own. Yeah. Do let me know if you're facing any challenge. After this, we have to do it with a cell reference. Shishti is saying, please explain again. All we have to do is, first we give a condition, Shishti. We are giving a different type of condition where we are just telling not. This is not the condition. What does that mean? I'll visually explain this. If somebody is facing a confusion, I'll select this data. I'll add a filter. I'll go to the theme. Where is the value? It is in theme. In the drop down, give me anything but auto. This is the condition. Shishti, are you following with this? Yeah?
Yes.
Not auto. I click OK. I go to the impressions. Yeah? I go to the impressions. Where are the impressions? These are the impressions. I select this. See, this is the same value. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2, 2. Okay? Maybe then I'm making a mistake. I don't know.
Sir, I got a different value, 159887 like that.
Okay, maybe then that's what I'm saying. That maybe I'm typing it wrong or I'm doing something wrong here. We'll check. I'll check. Somebody who's getting a different value. Let's see. Let me also check once. Sometimes happens that I am typing it wrong or I'm not giving a proper condition or something like that. So no, it should be one. The value that I have is the correct value. This is the correct value. Ashish, correct. Correct. This is correct. Yeah, share screen.
Yes, sir.
Varshini.
I'm also getting same answer.
Great. So this is the same value. Chaitanya, cell reference, not like that. Cell reference, we have not reached, Chaitanya, we have not reached cell reference. Don't get confused. We are just focusing on the first. Cell reference is concatenation. That's a different word. That's a different method. Yeah, we'll do that. Varshini, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Do you want me to?
Sir, can you show your formula once?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, I also got the same value as Tosif has written in the chat.
So Tosif, I don't know what Tosif got, but this is the value. This is the formula, not or impressions.
C62K2209. Yes, it's the same.
No, sir, for
I think
cell reference, I'm getting that value. If you try
मैंने बोला ना सेल रेफरेंस पे काम मत करो अभी. सेल रेफरेंस पे अभी अपन पहुंचेंगे. सेल रेफरेंस वो गलत हो रहा है अभी. सेल रेफरेंस मत करो. मैं सेल रेफरेंस समझाऊंगा. We will do the cell reference. Now let's do the cell reference. Okay, equal to sum if. What is the range? This is the range. Now when you are applying the condition is to be applied in a very different format. The condition has to be applied in a very different format. It has to be a very different formula. Here we have to apply concatenation. What is concatenation? Concatenation is joining of the cell. How do we join the cell? First, we give the condition in double quotes. This is the condition. Will you agree? Not. Will you agree? Not. This is the not condition. Yeah, join. Varshini, correct. And then Kanishk will come to you. Just give me a minute. We'll discuss your challenge also. You can share screen and we'll solve your challenge. Now this is concatenation. We'll join with this cell. We'll join with this cell. This is how you will write this not condition, not auto, not auto by joining. And then we will give the impressions, which is in which cell? This cell, impressions. We are getting the same answer here, exactly the same answer, correct? How do you do the not operator? This is how you do it, the not operator. Yeah? Not, and that's how you do it. Yeah? Somebody who had a challenge who got a different answer some time back. Yeah? Can you, what? No, what? Not Varshini. Who was that? Okay, sir, you choose the wrong criteria. No issues. I hope it is solved. I hope you've understood how to do this and then you have worked with it. Okay? So, if you have any challenge, ask me the question. Yeah? Understood? Yeah? Everybody on the same page? Yeah? Cool. Simple. Not is a different application. Done? Yeah? Super. Great. All of us are on the same page. I've shared the not operator also. And then let's move to the next concept. Yeah? Let's move to the next concept in the sum if only with date. Sum if only with date. Okay? Sum if with date can be done in three manners. One is you give it with a formula syntax, which is the normal one. Formula syntax is a normal one. The other is referring to the cell. That is also a normal one. The concatenation one that we saw right now. More than, equal to, with, and, etc. Yeah. Deva. Yeah. Purushottam. These two conditions I hope you are okay with. Criteria with formula syntax. Criteria from a referred cell. Okay. There is one small twist in the tail. Hai a small twist in the tail. The twist in the tail is by using a date function. By using a date function. Now, what is the date function? Let's check just the date function here first. Let's just check the date function here. Here, I will just apply the date function. Equal to date, year. What is the year? 2026. What is the month? March. And the day is 30. So, for example, so this gave me a mistake. Why mistake? Because this March cannot be text. It has to be a number. So 03. So this writes the number in a date format. Correct? We are making sure, all we are doing is we are making sure that the input that we are giving is end to end a number, end to end a date. That is what we are trying to make sure. We are making sure that it is end to end a number. Okay. Correct? We are making sure it's an end-to-end number. That's how we are using a date as an input inside the sum if. Let's look at the formulas. Everybody is, just look at the formulas a little carefully. What is the formula here? The formula here is sum if within a particular range more than this date and then the final sum that we want. We want the total spend. So this is the place from where we will pick up the date. After the date, we are giving the date after which we want the value, and then we are giving the total of the spends. Correct? This concatenation is also simple. Here, I don't know whether you are noticing this or not. The dates are written in different types. Will you agree? This particular November is written in a different day, different format, and this has been written in a different format. What are we supposed to do? you are supposed to make both of them same so that there is no confusion. Simple. Make it same so that there is no confusion. How do you do that? Let's do it practically once. Sum it with date. We have this date here, which is correct. This is the date here. I think this also date format is there. I double click this and I just simply apply the date format to the entire columns. I simply apply that date format to the entire columns so that all of us are on the same page. Make sense? Now there is no confusion. Will you agree? When both the date formats are of the same date format, how do you change this? Yeah? How do you change this? You can just right click this from the format cells. You have all of these formats that you can have. It's your choice how you want to represent this. Tuesday, 6th December 2022. But it becomes a little confusing for us to work with that data, correct? So I just remove this. And we have a simple date format. Okay? Everybody on the same page for this?
Sir, you're muted.
Sorry. Prabhat, if you are getting this number, okay, if you're getting this number, which means it is not in date format. Change it to date format.
Okay, sir.
Either right click and change or select that and from this drop down change. Everybody cool with this?
Sir, can you show the format once again
Format for what?
for this particular question, the answer one?
Yeah, answer we have not solved. We are just trying to figure out the date. Everybody has this date in their.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's okay. Let's try to type the answers one by one. Okay, now we are working on the answers. Yeah, so let's work on the answers one by one. Cool. There are 2-3 conditions with which you can solve this. One is you will use a typing the value in the chat. Oh, sorry, in the parameters. That is one way to do this. We are doing that first method right now. Okay. So just give me 1 second. Let's start typing the formula one by one. Equal to sum if. What is the range? What is the range? The sum is the range of, this is the criteria. Start date is the criteria. Whatever. A7 to A2210. Correct? Then what is the criteria? Like I said, we will have to type out the criteria after this particular date, right? So what are they said? How much is the total spent for the campaign that started before December? Before December. Okay. So in double quotes, we will add this particular criteria of in whichever format it is there. So it is 01 hyphen 12 hyphen 2022. Yeah. I will close that and then I'll select the spend. Where is the spend? This is the spend. I select this and I hit enter. So this 17 is the number, something that you should get.
Sir,
Okay.
you 1/12/23 होगा ना?
See, here no, 2022. So first, barabar. So this is this. I think this is the correct condition. Before this, na, so less than this.
Sir,
Look at
then
the date format. Maybe I'm going wrong. Let's try to figure it out. Just focus on
okay.
the formula here. Yeah, this formula is wrong, is you're saying?
No, sir, it's correct. I got confused. Sorry.
Yeah, fair enough. No issues. Sometimes I also make mistakes. So I think, yeah, what Astha has put in the chat seems to be okay to me. Will everybody agree to this? Yeah, Prabhat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everybody's on the same page with this. So this is great, yeah. Almost everybody is getting the same answer, which is good. Yeah, so which is correct. But this is simple. Now we are typing out the date. In this case, Purushottam, you'll have to be a little careful how you type the date. Yeah. Hmm? Astha, Tausif, yeah, Ansh, Manjunath, are you able to do this? Ankita, Khushi, everyone, please. Kusum, Himanshu, Shushti, Ana, कुछ तो बोलो. Hmm? Super. Yeah. Everybody on the same page for this? Let's move to the next part where we are giving the date format. In that date format giving, what we're doing is, like I said, like we saw that particular condition where the date format was kind of written. We gave the input to it in the date format. That's what we'll have to do in the condition. Okay. So let's start typing it one by one. Yeah. Equal to. What is the formula here? Sum if. Sum if. What is the range? The date is this is the selection of the range. And like I said, we will have to concatenate the condition here. Why concatenate the condition? Concatenation of the condition is necessary because we are joining a text value with a number or a logic. Okay. So less than and a date function. What is the date function? What is the year here? 2022. What is the month? 12th month. What is the day? 1 day. I will close this parenthesis and then I am giving the sum range, which is the total spends. I'll select the total spend by control down arrow key. I will hit enter. Something I made a mistake. Not sure what mistake I made. Let me check. No. Correct. I think this is okay. I didn't make any mistake. I'm dropping it in the chat for all of you. Just have a reference of that. We are entering the date manually and we are trying to make sure that with the date, we are not making any mistake. That's all we're trying to do. Yeah. Everybody okay with this? Where we are giving the input for the date. Cool. Deva, Sume Jyoti, can we move on? Can I just address you as Jyoti? Jyoti, okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Tausif?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Jyoti is okay, right? Yeah. As just a personal thing, I don't want to mispronounce anybody's name. That's why I just double check. Yeah. So Jyoti, I hope you are okay with Jyoti. Yeah. So Tausif, all cool?
Yes, sir.
Go on. After this is the most simplest thing. After this, adding the criteria direct. Typing the criteria is the simplest thing. Sum if. How do you do sum if? Can somebody help me with this formula? How do you do sum if? Okay. You can share screen. I'll stop the share screen. Despite the same formula. Okay. Let's check. Share screen once. Varshini. Huh.
Is my screen visible?
It will be visible in us. Are we working on the same sheet? Yes. Date. Go up. Double click.
I've used this.
Are there any filters or something?
Hmm. I've used the same exact formula,
Correct,
but
correct,
still
correct,
I'm
correct.
getting.
Absolutely. So
The
let me check.
date format is different.
What format is different?
Date format.
It doesn't matter. Come to the date, it's correct.
Start date I've formatted.
So start date is formatted, which is okay.
Mm.
Go to the first formula. Why are we getting different with the syntax one also? 112 was it 12? 112 2022. Correct. Huh. Okay. Have you selected properly? Go to the this thing. Is everybody getting 17 something? I don't have the correct answers with me. Is everybody getting 17 something? Yes, 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 yeah. What's the problem here? Go to the total spend value. Go to the total spend value. Have you applied some filters or something by mistake?
Mm.
Shift control down arrow key. Just on the spend. Shift control down arrow key. Press shift control down arrow key. Let's see the total at your end once. Shift control down arrow key. दबाओ. हाँ ठीक है okay. 195 is correct. I'm not confused. Go to the formula. Sum if with date. Correct. Go to the formula. I have no clue why this is happening. Just give me a control access.
Sir, I think there is, in this case, it's a mistake happening while selecting the entire column, while dragging through or control shift down. There's a difference because
Oh,
previously also
it's
I
the
was
same
having the
cells. You can just see the same like cells
It's
with
not
all the
same.
formulas.
रेंज तो सेम है भाई.
Values तो same. वही तो लफड़ा है ना. Can you
no,
zoom out
like,
a little bit?
even if it's like the same cells, sometimes in case if there is a blank cell in between and you are pressing control shift down or you are dragging through and you miss to select one cell in between, like previously for the previous sheet the same problem happened with me when I was getting a different value.
Okay. Can you stop the screen share once? Stop the screen
Yeah,
share
so
once. No, now no, not needed. Wait. Share screen again. Give me the access once. Arshini, quickly. Yes. Don't have much time.
how do I give you the access?
Wait. I'll request the access. You will get a prompt on your screen.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Wait. Is this number format proper number format? Yes, this is number format.
Yes.
Wait, what we'll do is the currency type. Now let's try to apply currency type here, and let's see if the value comes out to be that. Sometimes because of the the currency is not changing. I have no clue. Equal to some if the range. Yeah, this is one. Yeah, after this 0 1. Yeah. Anyways, we'll come back to you, Varshini. We'll figure it out. If you've understood the
Yeah,
logic, let's try to say, because honestly, I'm completely clueless why this is happening. We'll figure it out. Yeah,
sure,
give it
Surya.
5 7 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for this. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Sure, Surya. Thank you.
Huh. Can we quickly work on the last aspect of this question, please? Is everybody able to work with a cell reference? Cell reference is simple. Will you agree? What is a cell reference? With a cell reference, you just have a and H. Varshini, you try this and H formula. See if this is coming to be this 17 number or not. Yeah. How do we do this? I'll zoom in and I'll try to solve it one by one for you. Equal to sum if. What is the range? This is the range. After this, we will give the criteria. Less than equal to, and then and. We will give the cell reference G4 and the sum range, which is the total spend. So hopefully it is the same number. Varshini, you are getting the same number as you got before, or you are getting the 1768 something?
1 second.
Huh. Astha, correct? This is correct?
Yeah, I'm getting the same number.
Then it should be some data type problem.
Okay.
Yeah, Tausif?
सर वो हमेशा ढूंढना पड़ेगा वो डेट सेल रेफरेंस के लिए.
What is your question? Please ask the question again.
सर वो सेल रेफरेंस के लिए वहाँ पे डेट हमेशा ढूंढना पड़ेगा डेटा में.
So no. In fact, it's an advantage, right? So if you want to change the date, say for example, you want to change the date from 1st of December to 12th of December, all you'll have to do is you have to change the date here. The cell reference is just right next to the value. Did I answer your question, Tausif?
No, sir. I mean, for the third one, we have to calculate it using cell reference.
Correct?
We are putting in cell reference. तो सर हमें पता होना चाहिए ना कि वो वैल्यू कौन से सेल में रिसाइड कर रही है.
हाँ, absolutely. That much we should know. Correct answer. Correct.
हाँ, तो सर उसको फिर ढूंढेंगे कैसे? कोई शॉर्टकट है वैसे ढूंढने का? जैसे G4 हमने लिखा, वो दिख गया हमको, G4 है तो हमने डाल दिया. तो वो अगर नहीं
reverse, good question. Reverse engineer it ना. Good question. Reverse engineer it. Whenever you are writing the formula, मतलब उल्टा करो. ढूंढने के बजाय पहले से वही वैल्यू डालो, वहीं पे फिर जाओ. ऐसा मैं कह रहा हूँ कि पूरे इतने बड़े डेटा में ढूंढना मुश्किल होगा. It will be a little difficult for you to find that value there. So what you should do is you should reverse engineer it. Put the value there only. मतलब put it in G4 next to the formula and then enter it in the formula.
या फिर सर फाइंड यूज करके सेल रेफरेंस लेके वहां पे वो टाइप कर सकते हैं.
The problem is what will happen is cell reference. So we are confusing the very small thing here. See? If you are taking a cell reference here in the table, tomorrow if you add a filter here, Okay, if you add a filter here, and if I change this, say for example, from this to this, that cell value completely changes. वो लफड़ा होता है ना, वैसा नहीं कर सकते. If you add filters here, you change something, anybody can do any change on the data, na? Yeah?
बट सर एड्रेस तो चेंज नहीं हो रहा है ना, बस वो वैल्यू छिपा दे रहा है, एड्रेस तो वही रह रहा है.
करके देखो एक बार, दिक्कत नहीं, करके देखो. हाँ, या सात्विक.
Sir, what if there was a question in which there is a particular date given after this date, but
हाँ,
there was also a criteria for a word, like in the previous question there was a auto. If what if there was a similar question in this question only, addition to this?
I didn't get completely your question. What are you trying to ask? Please repeat.
सर दिस सेम क्वेश्चन, इसमें अगर
Okay.
ये पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन में अगर टोटल सेल्स हम लोग को कैलकुलेट करना पड़ता है केवल एक वर्ड के लिए, जैसे प्रीवियस क्वेश्चंस में ऑटो था, तो वो कैसे करते?
So somebody mentioned that in the chat. We'll do some ifs. Multiple conditions will be some ifs. We'll get there. Yeah. Okay. So just give me 2 minutes. First thing we'll get there. Tausif, did you try that, yeah? The question that you're saying with the changing of the data, is it still working?
No sir, I'm trying.
I'll try it for you. Don't worry. No issues. What you're saying is instead of this, if I say, for example, click on this date range, correct? If I hit enter, hopefully this should not change. Hopefully this should not change. What you're saying is correct, right? The cell reference where it is, it will always be there, correct? That's okay. But if people are playing around with the data, changing data, etc., it will become very challenging. So try to avoid that. Just focus on adding the cell reference here directly. Okay? Okay. All the three types happened. Are we okay with this? All the three types. Are we on the same page? Can we move on? Arshini, I know your challenge is still there. We'll solve your challenge in some time, hopefully. Yeah. So this is okay. After that, we have a wild card. What is a wild card? Wild card is the condition that somebody 2 minutes ago asked. Very good question. Where you are putting a star mark. What is this star? Before this, anything will do. After this, anything will do. The keyword should be in the center. Before this, anything will do. After, yeah, it contains. Yeah, good way to, good articulation. Yeah, Arshini, it contains that particular thing. So what does it mean? इसके पहले कुछ भी चलेगा, उसके बाद कुछ भी चलेगा. After this, it's okay. After that, it's okay. But you should have that particular text in your. You should have that particular text in your answers. Okay. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Let's apply the formula. Let's apply the formula one by one. Sum if is the condition. Yeah. You're moving with sum if with wildcards. Sum if with wildcards. It doesn't change, you're applying filter. Okay. वो करके देखा है तो उसे अपन ने, मैं करके देखा, अभी नहीं होता चेंज, वो ठीक बात है. बट मेरा रिक्वेस्ट आपसे वही है कि वो डेटा पे कोई चेंज करेगा, कुछ और करेगा, है ना, उसके बजाय सेल रेफरेंस फिक्स्ड रखो जहाँ पे अपन डेटा भी चेंज करे तो आंदा नहीं. Yeah. Sorry for the so much of Hindi, but one specific question with Tausif, so I try to answer that. So perfect. I think this is a great way to solve this. Somebody who has put that formula in the chat. Let's try to solve it one by one. Equal to sum if. What is the range? The range is with, I think, what is the range? What should contain the bond? The search term. Yeah. So the search term is here. Customer search term, correct? Which is the J range. I select this range. After that, in double quotes with star, I will put BORN space GOOD star close quotes. And then we are trying to go with the O sector, which is O is the total spend. 49 something is the answer. Everybody is on the same page. Jyoti, I don't know. I think 49 should be the answer. Let me check at my end also. I think 49 should be the answer. Yeah, Satvik, correct. Okay. Louis, you've got the same answer? Yeah? Yes? Okay, great. Yeah, this is how you do this. This concatenation, joining of the cell is also simple, straightforward execution. In fact, even simpler. But we'll have to be very careful while we are applying the conditions. While we are
Sir,
applying
you
the
have
conditions.
selected the spends column. I have selected the sales column. Like I have selected column B. You have selected column O.
Okay.
How much is the total sales they have asked?
What is the total sales? Let me check. Total sales is in O, correct? I have not selected O. I
Sir,
have selected
column
O.
P it will be. Sir, column P.
Column
O is
P.
yes, O is spent, sir.
O is spends. We want the total
हाँ,
sales.
yes.
Total sales. ठीक है. Sorry. We'll have to make it J. Let's make it J. Correct. Attention to detail. Yeah, sorry. I think we'll have to make J. Why is it coming as 0? Let me check. Total sales is in P column. P, sorry, not P. Correct? This is the
Yes.
answer. Yeah. Everybody okay with this? I think we're getting 17. Everybody is getting different answers, which is good. The correct answer is 186653 is the correct answer. 186653 is the correct answer. This answer is the correct answer. Check once. Yeah. 7 crore. Nishikant. 7 crore. Yeah. Cool. Just a question. Shouldn't we use targeting column? For what?
Because only for the targeting, we are getting the sales, right? Targeting keywords.
Huh?
No, only for the targeting keywords, we are getting the sales from, right?
Search term, na? The search term is in not in targeting, na? The search term is customer search term, which is J column. Customer search term is J column. Did I answer your question, Varshini? Targeting is we are targeting that group or that audience. That is different. This is different. Where customer search term is different. Correct? Answer yes, no. Otherwise, I'll move on. We have a little less time on the clock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Equal to sum if the range is again the same, which is the customer search term. Yeah. I'll select this range. Now the criteria typing out is very critical here. What is the criteria typing out? We will in double quotes put the star. We will in double quote put the star, concatenate it with H or that particular condition. Again concatenate it with double quotes, star, double quotes, and then the whatever is the value. Like we said, we are discussing the sales. The same answer. Everybody got this? It's a little complex. How did I do this? Lavi, how did we do this? Concatenation, joining. Yeah, we join the cells by concatenation. The and is joining of the cell. Yeah, when we join the cells, yeah, we are putting the condition star before the cell, after the cell. This is the same value. Okay. I hope everybody is able to do this. If not, I will share it in the chat for you. Okay. Wildcard is over. Wildcard is over as a concept. Then move on. Huh? Let's move on. Blank, not blank. Simple. Blank, not blank. What is blank, not blank? Blank, not blank is where this is the value for blank. This is not blank. Yeah? Can you try this at your end once? The formula is right in front of you. I'll keep the formula for 1 minute. The formula is right in front of you. Try it once. Now we will. Okay. Yeah. Are you able to do this? Blank, not blank. What are the operators? Just double quotes is for blank. Double quotes with a not is not blank. Simple. I'll apply the formulas for you one by one. This is wildcard is over. Yeah, this wildcard is over. Let's go to the blank, not blank. Answer 0 आया. 7 करोड़ मुझे वापस दे दो. नहीं, अपन करते हैं solve. Equal to sum if. Then might have, you want to share screen? Nishikant? Everybody is getting 0. Nishikant, share screen. We'll try to figure out why it is 0.
Yes, sir.
Share screen. Did I write the wrong formula then? No. Okay, targeting.
ये देखिए
I'll go to that.
देखो है ना सब में H6 और ये जो पूरा है और फिर
H is
यहाँ
what?
पे तो
H is what? H is targeting, which is correct. And then
हाँ
what is that?
बस दो इन्वर्टेड कॉमा है ना
Clicks. Do inverted commas. Just put 2 inverted commas and then go to clicks. Select the clicks. Have you selected the clicks?
अच्छा ये सेलेक्ट करना था
हाँ. Clicks चाहिए ना, total clicks चाहिए.
तो L6 ना यही तो है फिर L6
सही है.
सर वो सेल्स टोटल ब्लैंक नहीं है, उसमें स्टार है सर. क्राइटेरिया फुलफिल नहीं हो रहा है.
हाँ, इसका स्टार कैसे आ गया इस केस में?
सर सब केस में है.
सब केस में है. ठीक है, वो निकाल दो फिर स्टार. मेरा इसमें तो मेरे वर्किंग शीट में भी वैसा ही है. मैंने वर्किंग शीट गलत कर दिया होगा. ओके, यू कैन स्टॉप द स्क्रीन शेयर.
ओके
Stop the screen share. So this is, which is okay. It's not that you have applied the formula wrong. It's not that you have applied the formula wrong. This in criteria, in targeting only, filter. Keep the formula there. Select this. Click OK, and you delete the targeting. Hit enter. You should get the value, whatever we were discussing so far. Now let's apply the formula here. Equal to sum if. What is the range? The range is targeting. Multiple times you will have to press the down arrow key. Yeah. Or just keep it pressed. The down arrow key. Yeah. Then you will get all the blank values also there. Little slow work. Or you can also put it as if you know the last cell number, you can directly put it as a cell number also. Okay. Hopefully this time pass will end soon. Okay. comma, double quotes is blank, comma, then I go to the J cell. Where is the J cell? J is the clicks. 2 something, we should get the answer, 2802. Yeah? If it is blank, so what you got is the correct answer. No? There is no blank, so 0. Correct. You're not doing anything wrong. Cool? Not is not blank. What is not blank? I just copy this formula. I paste this formula here. I copy this formula. I paste this formula here. Sir, it's star instead of blank. Yes. So make it blank. Then you will get this answer, 28 something. If it is star, you will get 0, which is correct. So Lavi will check whether it is correct or not. Yeah. So not blank is just not. Hit it. Barabar. Yeah. Nishikant, please transfer the 7 crore to Lavi. Did you get the 7 crore?
How can I get rid of that star thing?
How can I get rid of star thing? You can you can share the screen. I'll show it to you. How can I get rid of the star thing?
I mean, I know we
You
have to
can
apply the filter.
also
Just tell me
find
now how
and
to apply the
replace.
filter.
You can
Ansh, one
also
by one. Sorry, yeah. Bolo, Ansh, bolo.
he can also do find and replace thing.
Find and replace. Simple. That's also many roads to Jerusalem. Like I always keep saying, भगवान तक पहुंचने के बहुत रास्ते हैं. Many roads to Jerusalem. You want a blank cell there? Either remove the star or whatever suits your preference.
So I got all the star value. So what now? Delete them.
What's the question there again?
I got all the star value. I used the filter option. So now what? Shall I delete them?
Select all, Control Shift, down arrow key, delete key.
Okay.
Sir, can you just show the formula once for this one, blank
Yes.
cell criteria?
Yes, 100%. So for which one do you want?
This one, sir, the present one.
This is
Yes.
blank. This is blank. If it is blank, only double quotes will give you the blank. This is blank. The same formula copy paste. The same formula copy paste with the not operator. The same formula copy paste with the not operator. Simple.
Okay, and to create those blank cells, we are just we are just removing the star symbol so that some blank cells are created.
Yes, deleted. I deleted that so that I get some blank cells. Okay.
Sir, what's the answer?
These are the answers. These are the answers. Okay. Chalo, let's move on to the next work. Let's move on to the next work. Blank, not blank, over. Now we are doing some ifs where we have multiple conditions. What are the multiple conditions? What are the multiple conditions that we are discussing here? The multiple conditions are 2 dates. Date number 1, date number 2, or one date, the other a text, or some other conditions, right? So the condition that we are thinking of here is find the total cells for the search term that contains this text and exact match. So 2 conditions we are applying. This is everybody clear that wildcard example, correct? Wildcard example, and then we are adding one more condition here. So we are applying 2 conditions here. What are the 2 conditions here, Tausif? Good. If this is the answer, let me check. This is the wrong answer. This is the first answer. You are thinking you are working on what, Tausif? Let's
This
work
is
on the
the
Salif's
answer I
question.
got, sir, for not blank 4668.
ठीक है, देखो नॉट ब्लैंक ब्लैंक का मैंने दे दिया आंसर. I gave the blank not blank answers in the chat. Check at your thing at once. Yeah, let's work on the some ifs question. Multiple conditions. What are the multiple conditions here? Can you help me understand the multiple conditions here? The multiple conditions are, read the question once. Read the question once. The multiple conditions are these, where 7-1 should be the answer. Yeah, the first, yeah, correct. Varshini, correct. First is a condition of bond, which is in that range. Yeah, and then the other condition of exact. So how do I apply that? Some ifs. I first select that particular value where the first condition is there, and then the second condition. Yeah. What is the syntax for this? What is the, wait, if you cannot see this, I'll zoom into this. Equal to some ifs. Yeah, the sum range. So here the only change is the sum range will come first. Whatever total you want, you give that first, and then criteria range 1, then criteria 1, criteria range 2, criteria 2, criteria range 3, criteria 3. This is how you will continue the criteria. Are you okay with this?
Screen sharing has paused.
Huh?
Screen sharing has paused.
Okay, sorry, my mistake. I'm so sorry. My mistake. Yeah. So, yeah. What about, I was just discussing the parameters here. First, you have to give the sum range. है ना? पहले sum range दे दो. What is the sum range? The sum range is what we want as a total. What we want as a total here? We want here total sales as the sum. We want the sum of the total range. What are the two conditions? The customer term should have born good and it should be an exact match. As a digital marketing manager, what will be the use case for this? What will be the use case for this? The use case for this is that you are running a brand campaign and you want to find a particular search term and the spend that has happened for that search term. Okay. So that's how you apply these conditions and figure out the values. Okay. Okay. Let's work on the next thing. The next is concatenation. The next is concatenation, joining of the values. Here I have joined the value, yeah, with a cell reference. Yeah, joining the value with a cell reference. Correct. Satvik, you've reduced the number of decimal points. So this 6-5 will become 6-6. Correct. Yeah. I come here and I make it 6. No, it is still 6-5 only. Even if I reduce, so this should not be 6-6. I don't know how this is coming as 6-6. I think it should be still be 6-1. 6-5, sorry. In the next, we are just joining the thing. Multiple conditions are being joined. Yeah. Some ifs is these are the multiple conditions that are there. Okay. Now what I'll do is for the next two workings, I'll drop the formula once. There is a concept that I want to discuss with you, and then we will come back to these questions, okay? So let me find this thing. There's a round of function. I just saw the time. We just have 5 minutes on the clock. I want to explain these things. Let's explain these things and then you can can you share, can you see the screen now? Yeah, can you see the screen? We have all done rounding of the numbers. Everybody remembers rounding of numbers, correct? Very simple mathematical concept. What is rounding of numbers? Rounding of numbers is simply where, let's take it an example one by one, correct? Focus on the example number one. Focus on example number one. Jyoti, Deva, last 5 minutes. I need your attention. Thank you. Yeah. So 2.15. What if I tell it to round it to the nearest one? 2.2. Everybody understood? Simple concept. Yeah. Ganesh? Yeah. Simple concept. After this, the same concept applies here as well. It is 19. So 149. Round it off to the nearest one decimal. It becomes 2.1. Everybody understood these two examples? Simple high school maths. Now things will start getting a little confusing. Here, the things will start getting a little confusing. So when you round it off to the nearest 2, this is also simple, correct? This 5 will make this 7 as 8. It becomes minus 1.48. Okay? I hope this is okay. After this, when we put as minus 1, it is rounding it off to the nearest 10th decimal point. So 2.15 will become 20. Minus 1. So 1, 2, 3, everybody is understanding that, right? 2.2, 2.1, 1.48. These are easy numbers. This is not very intuitive. ये बहुत natural नहीं है for us to think like this. But when you put as minus 1, it rounds it off to the nearest decimal point. Okay? Now look at this number here. Rounding it off to the nearest multiple of 1000. Why 1000? Because we have given it minus 3. It simply means that if you have given your friend $1,000, he is returning to you around 630 rupees and telling her round about मैंने आपको 1000 रुपए वापस दे दिए, which is not correct. If you are giving your friend $1,000, you are expecting $1,000 back. If you are a good friend, you would not expect that, but in general, yeah, this is a little non-intuitive, correct? ये थोड़ा non-intuitive है, but this is what it means. When you round it off to the nearest one, minus 1, it will become 20. Nearest minus 3, it becomes 1000. Okay? I hope this is okay. I hope this is understood. Rounding off the numbers.
Sir, how 21.5 will be 20?
हाँ, वो nearest के पास. That's the logic. How is the logic? If minus 1 is the nearest decimal point, the nearest decimal point is 20. Nearest decimal is 20. In this case, the nearest decimal as a multiple of 1000. So if you solve it, you will be able to understand it. Let's come to the Excel sheet. Let's come to the Excel sheet. Rounding off. Yeah. Yeah. So here, let's see the examples, right? Rounding to the next decimal number. Rounding it to the 3 decimal points. Rounding it to 2 decimal points. Okay? Rounding it to 1 decimal point. See? This becomes 0, 0, 0. Nearest whole number. Nearest 10th value. 100th value. Decimal. So this is how you... What I'll do is... Just wait a minute. I'll stop the screen share. I have a solved sheet with me. I will drop the solved sheet for you in the chat. Download that solved sheet, and once you see that number, no, you will start making a little sense for it. Let me share that sheet with you. I'm sharing a sheet with you in the chat. Download that sheet. I know it's not very intuitive. What is most intuitive for us? What we have done from childhood, right? 2.21.9 becomes 22. That is very intuitive to us. Will you agree? The minus thing is not very intuitive. The minus thing is not very intuitive, but download the sheet that I've shared in the chat with you and it will start making some sense. See the examples, take your time, see the examples one by one, and then you can take it to the next logical conclusion. Okay? Let's see just the -3 one. Nearest 1000th value. To the nearest 1000th value. See, look at this number carefully. Just focus on this yellow highlight. Yeah? Jyoti, Tosi, last 5 minutes, please give me your attention. Yeah? What is the nearest 1000 value? 3000 will be the nearest 1000 value, correct? ये समझ रहा है तौसीफ? I know ये बहुत natural नहीं है समझने के लिए. Yeah, पुरुषोत्तम, आस्था, Lavi, I know this is not very easy to understand, but just focus on this one number. Ignore everything else. Ignore everything else. Just focus on this yellow highlight where it is 35,000. Yeah, 35. No, it's not 35,000. It's the comma here. Yeah, it is 3 lakh. Yeah, it is 3 lakh 52,000. Correct? So when we ask it to round it off by -3, this is how it will round it off to. Just try to do it once. Just try to do it once. Once you do it, it will start making sense to you.
Sir, so what would be it if it's like rounded up to +3?
+3 is on the right hand side. Good question. +3 is on the right hand side. So if you look at the two numbers here, yeah, it will just round it off to the nearest 3 values, 3 decimal points. The +3 is here. So what happened? It will just have, it had so many values, it just rounded it off to the nearest 3 values. I know this is not very natural, yeah, but sometimes when you want to round it off, when you want to round off the campaign, budget, spend, etc., this is how you will do this.
Sir, will
Okay?
it be rounded off to a greater value only, or it can be also a less value?
Depends. Good question. Depends on the situation. Depends on the situation. Depends on the condition that you're trying to apply. Okay? Cool. After this, we have two very small functions that we have to work on. Concatenate, we have done a lot of times. Will you agree? Concatenation, we have done a lot of times. I'll just give you a very simple example for the trim and length function, okay? Please give me 3 more minutes of your time. Concentration, yeah? I'm typing space. Then I'm typing my name, Apurva, space, Rohiwal. I just type my name with a lot of spaces in it, okay? Now I'm typing length formula, Len, length. Enter. It is 25. It is 25. Now I am using a trim function. Now I'm using a trim function on equal to trim. Hit enter. What happened? All the spaces got removed. All the spaces got removed. Simple function equal to length. What is the length of this? The actual length is 13. With spaces, it was 25. As a marketing person, what is the use case for this? इसका काम क्या है आपको? Where will you use this? I'll give you one example. Space, I just type A, space B, space C, D, E, F. These are your campaign names, for example. These are your campaign names, for example. And if I add a filter here, A to Z, is this proper A to Z? This is not proper A to Z. Why? Because it has spaces in between. It has spaces in their name. So what do? This is where you will use the trim function, equal to trim function, not trend, trim, equal to trim. This function you will hit enter. And now if I put the campaign name here and I add a filter here again, and now if I put A to Z, this is, wait, it is getting confused between this data and that data. No. So here I will just, wait, what you can do is also paste it as just values. Paste it as values. Okay, and when you do it without the space and you add a filter there, it properly filters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? This trim function is going to be helpful to you when you want to filter the campaigns that you have. Correct? Everyone understood the trim and length function? Length will just help you find the length of the string. 23, 24, etc. Very simple function, just equal to len, and you can apply the function name there. Okay? I know we did a lot of work today, but we tried to do it as slow as possible. Okay? And I hope I've been able to solve your problems, etc. One question we didn't solve it in detail is what I have added in the chat, which is with multiple dates. I hope you will do it on your own once. If not, I have shared the solve sheet also. The reason I am rushing a little bit is because not that I have to go somewhere, our Zoom call will automatically end because we took a little more time, which is okay. But I hope overall the session was okay. You understood the concept, you solved the concept with me. Yeah? Cool? Yes? Fair enough. Yeah? Solving the questions, understanding the concepts, etc. is important. Cool? I have dropped the sheet also for you. Yeah, we are learning. You're absolutely right. Tanushri, yeah, we are learning. This will be a little difficult. This will be a little slow. We are all beginners. We're all learning here. That's why more or less we're trying to, if not for a lack of better word, spoon feed. I'm giving you the formulas also in the chat. The solved Excel sheet is also there in the chat, correct? So we will learn. Yeah, keep trying. You will make mistakes, but we'll keep trying. Okay? You don't have to remember the formula. You just have to remember the formula name, Ashish. फॉर्मूला याद नहीं रखना है, फॉर्मूला का नाम याद रखना है, ट्रिम याद रखो, उसके बाद टैब दबाओ तो एक्सेल खुद तुमको हेल्प करेगा. दिस वी डिस्कस अ कपल ऑफ टाइम्स, करेक्ट आशीष? याद नहीं रखना कुछ. डोंट रिमेंबर. दिस इज नॉट अ मगिंग अप एक्सरसाइज. Nobody can remember anything. Correct? We have so many things to work on as a digital marketing person. You don't have to remember formulas. You press tab. How do you press tab? Yeah. So for example, you are applying sum if equal to sum ifs. अब इतना तो ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा कि sum ifs apply करना है. Huh? That much you will have to remember. And that naturally at one point of time you will start remembering. Correct? कि when there is multiple condition, it will be sum ifs. When there is single condition, it will be sum if. Cool? I hope this is cool. Yeah? Awesome. So keep working, keep hustling, keep revising. Yeah? Keep working on all the formulas. Okay? And if you get a chance, we'll meet again. We'll talk again. Okay? Cool. Have a decent or great evening. Yeah? And talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.